Welcome back.
Welcome back.
To the Martin Podcast, where we talk about books. Don't want to leave a mark.
Start a conversation.
Stay with you long at the last page. We are your hosts, Cristiano.
I'm Stranton.
And like always, we got another good one for you. This is would you say it's critically acclaimed? It's acclaimed. It's acclaimed in places, guys.
Yeah.
As you know, we cover all of the books.
All of the books.
Different kinds of books.
Mm-hmm.
So this week we are doing Half His Age by Jeanette McCurdy.
Yes. You know her. You love her. From Nickelodeon. iCarly days.
Yes.
Past our days, we were more of a Sabrina Teenage Witch.
Yeah, this was a little bit... By the time iCarly was on, I was
off.
Yeah.
It's like this whole Hannah Montana 20-year anniversary thing.
Yeah.
It was that was just past. Was I around to see it? Have I caught episode? Yes. Will I watch it? I don't know. Get out of my face. But anyway, this week for her book, Jeanette, for Half His Age. It starts as something easy to dismiss, a relationship that doesn't quite make sense from the outside, but feels controlled from the inside. The kind of situation where the lines aren't crossed all at once, they move slowly, quietly, until you don't recognize where you are anymore. And by the time it's clear what's happening, the question isn't just how it started, it's why it was allowed to continue. Yeah, I found myself asking that a lot.
Yes. I actually found myself asking that. Why am I reading this? Why? There's a lot of whys.
It's a very, we're going to get into it. We are going to get into it.
Yes.
I was going to say it was a departure from I was going to say Sam, which is, I think, her character's name.
That is her character's name.
iCarly.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that much, guys. Get off of me. What the heck? But first, as always, we do our host check-in.
Yes.
So, my guy, how are you doing?
I'm chilling. I haven't hit the lotto yet, if you guys couldn't tell.
If you do, I'm suing you.
Suing me.
Suing you for F.
Oh, good luck. I'm going to be rich. You guys wouldn't know. But there'll be hints.
Yeah, obviously. But just on an audio, I did help pay for half that ticket. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, it's just chilling. Family. Yeah. Family work. That's the life right now. That's the balance. Nuri started soccer. Yeah. So we've been doing that. She's also been doing Saturday school. Well, now she's done with Saturday school. Apparently that shit helped because she got 100% on her recent test.
Nice.
You feel me?
Hey.
So we're excited.
That's the dub.
We're excited. What about you?
I have been good. I think every episode for the last at least 3 or 4, we've had a new look to me every time.
Yeah.
Today we got a shaved. Yeah, we got a shaved head. I think by next week I'll have another look. Got a couple projects. Or a couple projects. Hey, let's not exaggerate. I have a project coming up, and we're looking at different looks. So, been doing different hairstyles.
Okay.
But me, at ground zero, I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I can't. I've been on my fitness journey, getting that in, and yeah.
Living the good life.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good life.
Good life doesn't mean it can be better.
Yeah.
There's always room for improvement.
In the things that matter, great life.
Yes.
In the things that matter. Yeah.
If you have no room for improvement in your life, fucking kudos to you.
Yeah.
Seriously. So, with that being said, you just want to jump into the spotlight?
Spotlight?
Yeah, because we're not between the lines.
Yeah.
Guys, we're going to put that on a shelf.
Mm-hmm.
No pun intended. Author spotlight, let's go. Jeanette McCurdy, as you guys know, better known as Sam from iCarly. She transitioned from acting to writing. This is actually her first novel. after a best-selling memoir called I Hate My Mother.
No. I'm glad my mom is dead.
Mine was a little bit less vicious. But yes, I'm glad my mom's dead. That was her best-selling memoir, and it's just inspired by real experiences, her writing, but not autobiographical. So we have to say that. She's known for writing from discomfort and emotional honesty, to what do you call it? Bolstering public conversations.
Yes.
That center on power, desire, boundaries, etc. Guys, we're gonna get into all the things today. So yeah. With that being said, I'll let you take the
Microsynopsis?
give them a little
Oh my.
synopsis.
All right.
What is this book about?
Half his age follows Waldo, a 17-year-old female, in case the name threw you. We love all names. We love all of them. 17-year-old navigating an age gap relationship with her, spoiler, teacher. The story unfolds through quiet shifts rather than dramatic turns, exploring desire, control, loneliness, and the stories people tell themselves to justify staying. It asks readers to sit inside the experience rather than judge it from a distance. It is a ride. Pun intended. I'm honestly not gonna try to be tongue in cheek like the whole way through.
Yeah.
Again, pun intended. But there's just it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. And
before we get into like deep dive discussion, I just want to say, guys, this is wrong. Okay, if you find yourself in a situation like this, tell someone, talk to an adult,
see something, say something.
Yes, this is not actually like, how do I put it? I hope it's not the average experience. You know what I mean? Yeah. I wouldn't know because I'd have to deal with this.
What's wrong? Let's specify.
Okay, so the age gap thing is wrong from a couple different ways. But like the more obvious thing is that if you're someone's teacher, you're in a position of power. That's another whole different thing. It's wrong for you to even entertain the idea of some kind of relationship with your student, any young lady that's under 18, technically, right? So legally it's wrong, morally it's wrong. Even if you're like 40 years old, dating a 20-year-old, you have nothing in common. Yeah. So I just want to state that, like, for people who have dated with like an age gap or something, I wouldn't know because I've only dated one person my whole life. That's who she is. Nah, there you go. But for hypothetically, if you did even like 4 years, I'm not talking about like 18 to 14. I'm talking about like 24 to 20. You're not into the same thing. You're growing. You don't have the same friends.
Bro, even when you have homies that are outside of your age bracket,
it's different.
It feels like a bullet when sometimes they say, "What? What? You mean you weren't old enough?"
Yes.
But you weren't around during that time?
There's a term. I'm not sure if it's a real term, so I'm just gonna make it up right now. I call it like a generational drift. Like you're not actually in a different generation. Sorry guys. You're not actually in a different generation, but there's enough gap to where there's a drift between what you guys experience real time. Bro, come on. I'm recording. What's up? I did. I told you. I definitely told you. Yesterday's the first thing I told you on the way home and when I got home. But so yes, generational drifts. There's a difference in who you are, what you've experienced, etc. And that's with a small
gap.
Small gap. Once you get into like the kind of gaps that are in this book, there's nothing for you.
No.
There's nothing for you. There's only bad things for you, as this book shows you. I think that, I guess, like, obviously when we read it, we probably read it from a different lens. We have children. Yeah. Right? So, but, I mean, I guess if you're 7 17, you read this, maybe even 20, you read this, it might be spicy for you or something like that.
It could be.
I don't know.
That's why I wanted to specify the whole like wrong situation. Obviously, that what you said, the relationship is because it's adult, minor.
Yes.
Those are like the clear things. As far as like what Waldo's going through, the parts that I did enjoy, or parts that I enjoyed were into obviously the psyche of a 17-year-old or 16 or 17-year-old.
17. I didn't even know how old she was until like fucking. I had to be like a third of the way through the book, until I realized like, oh shit, she is in high school. Because the things that were happening were like, is she in college?
Right off the bat.
Like I instantly,
Yeah.
like the kind of lifestyle she lives personally, and then like the relationship conceptually in terms of how it happened, what was going on. I was like, is she in college? And then maybe like a third way through the book or something, I'm like, oh shit, she's in high school.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's an interesting read. If you guys like Forbidden Love, that's actually one of the rants that we have for our read, rant, repeat segment. Well, someone called in different book, but similar thing. Where
also, is Forbidden Love is that not exclusive to like when it's family?
No, I don't think so.
That's what I'm asking.
I mean,
genuinely.
To be fair, I don't know.
Okay.
But just looking at the term Forbidden Love, I'm like, okay, this technically would fall into that.
Yeah.
Right? Because
it's a no-no.
Minor. And,
naughty.
Yes. So, for all intents and purposes, we're going to say yes. This falls into the Forbidden Love category.
Okay.
So if you guys are not into that, this probably would not be your kind of book, and that's okay. Mm-hmm. Not everything's for everyone.
No.
Right?
No.
So, with that being said, let's start diving into the book, the discussions, right? So, the book kind of assumes you know something is wrong, and it focuses on why it continues, basically, right? Like, it's a huge assumption that you understand that colloquially or just in general, you have the common sense to know that this age gap relationship is wrong.
Yeah.
I think that's the first thing.
Yeah, I think another thing is we watch Waldo. We watch the 17-year-old girl lust over, and not in a cute, like right off the bat.
It's graphic.
Very graphic, very lustful towards this teacher who she very right off the bat says Mr. Corgi is not like some like young looking, could be my age, could be fresh out of college. No. This is a man.
Yeah, she has a thing for dads.
This is a man.
Apparently.
And we watch it go from lust to, it happening to more. And then we watch her go from kind of wanting something, having it, and then being in control of it.
Yes.
So you see her in all different light. And I think one of the things that it pushes is, like it said, like we were saying before, there's no hiding, like there's no point in the book where I think you're behind her on this, where you think she's doing the right thing. It's just asking you to, or having you sit through it and be in that void of, this is what it would look like being on the inside of these choices. And it is uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's not the most comfortable read.
No.
If someone like the more, I'm not gonna say basic, but like anyone can read this and take something from it, moments in the book or discussions in the book that are happening. Loneliness versus validation as a driver or decision-making driver. It's
solid.
That's something that anyone who read the book, you can totally see what's happening with the main character.
No clear villains.
Yes.
There's really not. There's times that you're pulling for her, kinda, but in different, but more so like, girl, get out of there.
Yeah.
And other times you're like, oh damn, you took it there.
Even for Corgi, I was like, oh, don't do this.
Yeah.
Don't. You have. Yeah. At first, it seems like everything's. No, because I guess that would hence the name of the book. Obviously something's gonna happen, but really, I was really rooting for him to just stay strong.
Yeah.
You know.
But
anyways, there wouldn't be any book. The book would have been 30 pages.
yeah. 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 If you would have made it past the first couple pages.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, with that being said, that's just a little bit about some of the things in the book. We'll dive a little bit more into it later. Let's dissect the book with our
5 hard questions.
5 hard questions.
I did a little different this week. I told Cristiano about this right before. The only thing I didn't say was we'll do dealer's choice on each of these. So I did a question 1 and then a sub question underneath. So basically, we have the opportunity to choose one or the other.
Gotcha.
For whoever's asking the question. So, would you like to ask the first?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not? So as the person asking the question, I can pick which one?
Yep.
You have to answer this,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Shit, I thought you get to pick.
Mm-mm.
No problem.
Just know I'm going to ask you questions too.
Comes back around.
Yeah. And then you're going to be like, that doesn't say it on the screen at
all. What's something you've been a part of that only felt off in hindsight? Hindsight is 2020.
Hindsight is 2020. Ooh, where to pick from? Guys, I've had my years, So there's different things I could pick. I could say my religious beliefs in the past. I would pull from like relationship stuff if there was ever anyone else I dated before Rage, but obviously not the case.
Yeah.
And then there's also like work situations, where I thought things were good and they didn't end up,
That's a good one.
So there's definitely that. I'll say that for mine. I know that there was this one place that I worked at, no names, that I felt like a really good vibe about and kind of overlooked many, many things. And then after a bit, I realized, although favoritism favored me in many cases,
in some cases,
it wasn't right that it didn't allow for so many that also worked as hard, if not harder. So I had to part ways. I had to say no more. But yeah, in hindsight, not in hindsight, at the time, I thought best place ever.
Mm-hmm.
When I left, and I had hindsight, I said, "Miss me with that."
That's fair.
Yeah,
I like it. I got a couple, but I'm not. I feel like this is so. What's the word I'm looking for? Unappreciative for me to bring up some of them,
Yeah, I get you.
So I could stay in the. No, I don't want to work. Honestly, I guess college. I don't think that I had to go to college to get where I'm at in life.
Mm-hmm.
I truly don't. I think that it was a great experience for what it was. And I think that for the people that you meet, great. I met amazing people. Wouldn't trade them for the world. For the experiences, great, amazing experiences. Wouldn't trade them for the world. I don't know that college is a must, though. And I think that I went into college thinking that it's something that I had to do to get ahead in life. And it was such a difficult experience for me to afford it every fucking day, every month, every year. It was a struggle. Worked heavily through it. And that stressed me out. And it really affected like my personal life, my friend groups, everything. So college for sure.
That's definitely a hindsight thing where you get to have on the balance what you have now or what ifs. And that's that impossible thing of like, I've told you with going on a mission and everything. Like the people that I met, the friends that I have from that experience, would not want to trade them for anything.
Yeah.
And it's not a but. I'm going to say but it's not a but. But there's also what that time could have been used for. And it's just, that's in a different multiverse. It's a different timeline.
Yep.
But I'll never know.
Yep.
But it is what it is. All right. Question number 2. Let me choose. Which one do I want to do? We'll go with the first one. When something feels off, how long do you usually wait before you admit it to yourself?
I'm pretty instant with it. And if I'm still motivated to go through this, then I'll just understand that it feels off the whole time.
I read it almost as, I think the first thing that came to mind was, for whatever reason, financial. Where I was like, because many of my woes in the past, I'll say the past, not present, right? When something financial, there was that age where it's just like, I'm gonna let my card go and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, for the best.
We'll see. Yeah. And, or the time that I was like, oh,
definitely been there.
This will be the last time I call a sibling, my parents, or whatever, to be like, hey, how are you doing with money? Just for them to ask, like, what do you need? You know?
Yeah.
And I remember, like, getting past that and then, the regression and, like, how that feels and all of that. So that's where my mind went. And I was ooh. There have been times where I've let it ride, and until either I get the decline, the overdraft, or
I wonder how. I know it happened to a bunch of people. I wonder how people that listen to our podcast where I was like, oh yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
I fucking you just sliding that card, praying for the best.
I'm like, oh, so are you still gonna give me that sandwich, or should I just leave?
Just fucking sitting there.
Oh, you might have cash in my car. I'll be right back.
I left my wallet in the car. I left my wallet in the car.
Yeah, you know what? I got another one out here. I'll be right back. It's fine.
Yeah, leave the whole thing. Yeah. That's a good answer. Do I have to answer that? Let's see.
You answered first.
Oh, I did. Okay, so I'm good.
Right?
Look at me. Yeah. Sure.
Oh yeah, you said college. That was my answer.
No, that was question number 2, sir.
Oh. Oh.
Question number 3. What's something minor that changed how you saw someone completely?
I did make that joke, but it was kind of a thing.
What?
And the internet has enough of it.
What?
The slap.
No, I disagree. There's no way. First off, I don't know if that's minor though. Is that minor?
No, I guess that's pretty major. That's fair. That is fair.
Right?
That's very fair. That's it's kind of like the biggest stage. Okay, yeah. I underplayed that. My bad.
But I get what you're getting at, so I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
Something minor that changed how I saw someone completely. My kids. I think I have that almost daily.
Oh yeah.
Where like I almost underestimate them, and I'm like, I know that they're smart and they can do something like that, and they'll say something so far left field. I'm like, where in the world did you think of this? This happens all the time. I know it's YouTube.
Yeah.
I know it's YouTube. I know YouTube is making these kids mature at such a high rate because my kids will say something so left field. I'm like, you don't know what that means, but you used it in the right context.
Yeah. I have zero judgment for tablets, any of that. Just know that currently, kiddo does not have a tablet. But Max still knows because he sees mom and dad on their phone or he's touched my watch. This kid knows exactly how to swipe to activate literally anything. And I'm like, Never in my wildest dreams when I was his age would I have known to like do half the things or like, yeah. I watched him when on our last road trip. I did use a tablet because he gets car sick. So I was like, oh, we'll download one video of Miss Rachel, and when he cries, we can play it.
Mm-hmm.
I put it down by his feet because he's still rear facing, and so his feet were able to touch it, but he couldn't like reach forward and grab it. This kid halfway through the drive figured out to take off his sock, and he could rewind or fast forward, and he was cracking up, and I was like, I'm in so much trouble. What world do you figure that out?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. I guess my thing with this is the thing that came up in my mind with Max. We just took him to the beach for the first time, at least while he was like aware that he was at the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And these two kids walked up as we were taking pictures, and my initial response was like, "Oh, what are these kids gonna say? Like something dumb?" And sure enough, they were like, "Oh, did you want us to take your guys' picture?" And I was like, "Oh, thanks." And I'm not gonna lie, Rachel and I both made the same joke where we were like, "They could have ran with that phone right then." And that was the joke. That really wasn't the thought.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a immediate, for me, I feel like I'm always in defense mode and not in like, oh, I'm this like strong guy who's going to protect my kiddo, but just like there's anytime we were today at the playground and there was a mom with a kid and I was just like, don't make your kid come. And then we ended up hitting it off, and like they ended up being the same age, and
you have to though, because a lot of times, not a lot of times, sometimes though, those playground moms, dads, whatever, they don't watch their fucking kid, and their kid will come and push your kid the fuck over.
And then I'll have to beat up the dad.
You know? And you gotta go push.
Or get beat up by the dad.
One of the two. Gotta do something.
Someone's going down.
Yeah. So it's one of those situations. I get it though.
Yeah. All right, 4? Alrighty. Is it me asking, right?
Yes, you.
Okay. Alrighty. What's something people think they're choosing, but they're actually being pulled into? Or, when do you think people are most likely to overestimate their control in a situation? Ooh. I'm going to go with the first one.
Okay. When do you think people are most likely to overestimate their control in a situation? You know, when they green.
Yeah,
when you green,
you beat me to it.
Yeah, when you're green, bro, you don't know. You think you know though. You like, I don't know what age you start feeling like you know everything.
It's still happening.
I do know the age where you realize you don't know shit, and that shit is it's the other side of the hill.
Yeah,
you know. Yeah. So,
I think it comes with your confidence in saying, like, I can almost read. I could probably do it from the other side of a wall, hearing someone else say how much they know something to be true.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, oh, they're young. And I'm not saying like religiously or anything, but like whatever, it could be a fad, it could be, this is my way of training, this is my whatever, or this new, I've been reading Marcus Aurelius and now I'm, whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
And I could typically tell how green they are.
Yeah.
And at that point, I think exactly that. They're like, oh, you have a couple curves coming down this road that you will not see.
Yep.
And you're gonna burn out.
You get yourself into some deep waters that way. You know what I mean? There's less. I'm not gonna say. I don't know. I won't say less tragic, but like, there's things that everyone goes through, right? So sometimes relationships, your first run up with someone that you like, that they might not like you, or they might not like you as much. I don't know. Whatever how that shook out. It can be a good job or a bad job. Like there's, you repeatedly figure this out. Like I am in deeper waters than I thought I was in.
Oh, we're just friends.
Right.
We're just friends. It's fine.
Yep. So, yeah, that's a good question. And it happens consistently throughout your life.
Yeah.
And the more mature you get, the hopefully you are taking notes,
Mm-hmm.
so you don't keep falling to the same old mistakes.
True. Let's finish it off.
All right, question number 5. Huh. What usually stops you from stepping in when you see something off? Or we can do, when is it not your place to step in, even if something feels wrong? We'll go to the first one.
Okay.
What stops you from stepping in when you see something off?
When it actually has to do with the question of the second part, where the only thing that's going to stop me is if it is not my place.
It's not your business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or let me take it a little bit, maybe not nuanced, but just a different vantage point on this one. Or when I've exhausted my attempts to step in with no change or no acknowledgement. That is something where I feel like you have to have a self-boundary and be like, this is not your place, Yeah. The energy you were expending is wasted.
Right.
And could be used for so many other things in your life. But this person, this company, this whatever it may be, if it's not receiving it on any level, it's wasted. And so I think that's when you got to, kind of wash your hands of the situation and let it be.
Yeah, I agree. You said a few different answers there.
Yeah, I did.
I'll go with...
I tried covering them all so you couldn't say anything.
Yeah, I see. I'll go with the third one. I think that's the first one that pops up in my head, is that if it's just like a waste of time, I just know like, oh, they're not in a place to receive what I have to say anyway.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't engage. And the whole like concept of it not being your place, how I kind of conceptualize that is, I'll go even deeper and say sometimes that's just not the role that you need to be in. I'll be like let's say if it's like you and a close friend, sometimes they don't really need to hear you respond and give them your best feedback because they already know the best road to take, right? Like, so yeah, in situations like that, for sure.
Yeah. Waldo could have used all of this, guys.
Waldo needed this. And I cannot wait to get into a little bit more into the book so I can understand why. For people who read this book, you guys should fucking know why. Yeah. Don't get stuck on the smut stuff.
No.
Get deeper.
There are a ton of... There are...
There's some real conversations.
Absolutely.
In this book.
Absolutely.
Like if we spoke to Miss McCurdy about this, I'd have
so many questions.
Like a lot of questions,
Yeah.
But yeah, with that being said, let's just jump into it, guys. So from now until, let's say, about 5 minutes from now, some of the stuff we're going to cover is going to have spoilers in it because it's hard to discuss the main concepts without telling you guys a little bit what's going on. We're not going to go heavy spoilers, but we'll go spoiler light.
Yeah.
So the thing about Waldo is that she's trying to make up for something in her life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Her mom is very like latchkey and lackadaisical, which is why I said earlier, like I didn't know how old she was. I didn't know, was she in high school, was she in college? Because the kind of life she was living life like she was already, an adult. The manner in which she had to take care of herself, get herself to and from school, how she was talking about being in school and dealing with certain people, down to her going to dinner with her teacher and his wife. Yeah. That's not a normal high school occurrence. I don't think that anyone that I know has ever had that occur in their high school where someone they know went to dinner with their teacher and his wife.
You know where it did happen, but it wasn't in the same situation, was Perks of Being a Wallflower. Charlie goes to dinner at his teacher, but it's his teacher who he has no sexual relationship with at all, who's also of the same gender. And that's not the way either of them swing. But yeah, that whole situation was
This was
not that.
This was not that.
Not that.
This was not that. This was like her
Praying for the downfall of the wife the whole time.
Yes. Yes.
And trying to make eye contact.
Trying to do sexy eyes to the
Yeah.
husband. And he's wrong for even fucking inviting her to dinner. Because
Yeah.
why would you invite your student to dinner? She's in high school. Bro, at this point in time, I'm like, she's has to be in college. Mind you, because I'm still had the aha moment hasn't came at this point in the book. So I'm just like, and she has to be in college. But no, she's in fucking high school. 17 years old, and it makes no sense to me why she's there. Maybe in Alaska, that's a normal thing. Book takes place in Alaska. Maybe in Alaska, people go to dinner with their high school teachers.
It's real small.
Is it, though? Well, I guess.
I've only met, I don't think either of them are listeners, but I've met two of my friends.
Yeah.
That I've met in separate worlds. Both from Alaska. Both knew each other. One of them dated the sibling of the other. And I was just like, man,
yeah.
that is a little.
Yeah, so that's crazy. So yeah, I was going on a rant about Waldo and her
Waldo,
upbringing.
Yeah.
Her upbringing wasn't the best, and she tried her best to fill in the blanks and not be like her mom, you know? Like, she talks about her mom and her mom having guy issues, right? And she doesn't want to fall into those same loops because her mom has guy issues, like, to the point to where it's, like, affecting her life choices.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's stopping her growth as a person, as a parent, and as a person. And that's something that her and her daughter kind of talk about later on in the book.
There's a lot of those not cliches, but stereotypical situations where a child has to raise themselves. So for that reason, on some factors, they're so old. They're mature.
Yeah.
I do open quotes on that because
that's kind of how I read it in the beginning.
Yeah. She gets into writing. She has a great mind for it because she has, not the same, she's not on the same wavelength as everyone else at that age because she's working basically a full-time job at the mall.
Yep.
Paying for the things that she wants because she can't depend on mom to buy them. And then when she is with mom, she knows that, or she assumes that every word out of her mouth can't be trusted. She hopes that it's true. But she also knows her mom at every turn when her mom says, "Oh, we're going to go on that trip." And she's like, "We're not going to go on that trip." But I know we're not going to go on that trip.
Right.
I won't allow myself to believe that because I've been burned so many times.
Yeah. And I'm not a big, we were kind of talking about this a little bit earlier off camera. I'm not really big on, my parent was this way, so I have to be that way. I'm not really big on that. I do understand bad parenting, for sure, and destructive parenting, for sure. I don't think that it gives you the right to be shitty or make bad decisions, though. I think that to a certain degree, everyone's going to make their share of bad decisions, and ultimately it has to be up to you as a functioning person to take the reins.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that earlier the better. I'm not saying you have to be fucking 9 and do it.
Yeah.
But there are people who have to take the reins at 9.
There's like such a gut thing that I want to be like, well, no, I feel like they should, like we hear about these terrible situations and you want to give those people the grace to be able to come out of it. But I think in that you have to believe what you just said, and you have to believe in like therapy and them being able to overcome that. But part of therapy is realizing, like you said, you have the reins now. You have to make these choices. You have to make these changes.
Yeah, and it's okay, like, whether it's you or other people who are going through this, or it's okay to not feel the same way as I do, right? Because I'm coming from a situation where I did kind of take the reins very early on.
Yeah.
And I have parentage to where I'm not like, telling people about them because they're not doctors. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They weren't the best, and I don't think that people care to hear that, and I don't care to tell people that.
Yeah.
I think that what I find, I should say, not what I think. What I find is that as you get older, from the time that you're like in middle school and up, people are more interested in who you are right now.
Yes.
Like that's something that I noticed very quickly. I want to say like maybe seventh or eighth grade, where I was like, I am actively making who I am right now.
Ooh, that is young to be able to have that realization.
And I think that there's a lot more power in that.
Absolutely.
So I didn't have to go through some of the identity crises and stuff that you go through in, middle school, high school, college and stuff. Like for me, life was never about like this internal struggle of like trying to find who I was because I had a really good lock on who I was already because there was no battle between like who I think my parents wanted me to be. There was no standard.
Yeah.
Right? The standards were only as high as I pushed them. So, yeah, I don't think everyone has to have the same point of view. I think that there's a value in both sides or all sides.
I just love that fact that you like the whole you don't have to be what you was before you.
Right.
I say the whole eighth grade thing being like you taking it at that point because I know that in my through my 20s, I had a friend because it wouldn't have been me who would find themselves like when they got into new relationships, it'd be like, oh, here's my baggage from before. Let's just put it on the table. Let's talk about this first until a certain point where they finally were like, why do I have to describe all that? Why do I have to go through it? There's nothing like pending. There's no strings attached.
Right.
But I feel like it's almost for so long he used it as a resume.
And that's fair,
where it was just like, well, I've been through all this, so there's value in me because I've done I've climbed this mountain, I've done this, I've done that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's so much more power in knowing you are who you are right now.
Right.
And that you can take, the accolades and everything from before, from the embers, or take the embers from the ashes. But you don't have to take it all.
Yeah. Yeah. And that can be like, I know I don't want to beat a dead cat here, if that's a saying.
It's a horse, but I don't know why you said cat. It's not a saying.
It's not a saying. Well, we'll make it a saying.
Yeah.
So, anyways, why is it a horse?
I don't know.
Is that really beat a dead horse? Is that really
beat a dead horse?
Okay. So, just so the last thing I'll say on this is that also goes for like personal growth. So, like separate from, I didn't just have this recollection when I was in eighth grade, right? Like I also had the same. I had it in like one microcosm when I was in eighth grade, and the same recollection when I was 24, 25, right? Where I'm like, I'm in a long-term relationship. I'm doing something wrong here. I can't be mad every single day about what's going on. This is not who I am. I'm not having the best time, and everything's not everyone else's fault. What can I do to change this? And if you guys know me, some of you guys do, I can make changes on the fucking dime. So literally it was like night and day, and not saying that you feel better instantly, but little by little things do change through your actions and your beliefs. So yeah, like
even if it's about 1%.
Even if it's about 1%. 1% better is still better.
Better.
You know what I mean? So that's just one. That's kind of one of the major things I thought of when I was reading this book was, wow, everyone in this book is making awful choices. Everyone. The teacher, awful choices.
Terrible. Terrible Teddy.
Teddy, awful. Yeah. Waldo, awful. Waldo's mom, awful.
Franny,
awful.
Franny's boyfriend.
The mom's boyfriend.
Yeah,
right?
Tony, the truck driver.
Yeah, I was like, wow, how can so many people be making so many bad choices back to back?
You know who's making good choices?
Who?
Nolan.
And Teddy's wife.
Oh, Gwen. Yeah. But Nolan being like, you need to get your stuff straight. I don't want to get wrapped into this anymore.
Yeah, I'm not the one for you, man.
I'm out.
I like you, but I don't think you.
But you're messy.
You're messy. He acted. I don't. That was very adult of him,
Yeah,
right?
very.
Right. They're like, I like you a lot, but so you seem to be going through something. You're not really present here. We can't do this.
I see where Jeanette, like, it's cinematically. I saw this.
I don't want to see
the
this
whole.
not
Not all of it, bro.
I'm just saying in
Not
general.
all of it.
I hope. I'm sorry.
Just the realization moment of you get to the point where your lead is like making poor choices, and then the guy or whoever the partner is just like, I'm out, and they're just like, whoa, wait, what?
Yeah,
but it's still not even that moment in this book. It's still not like,
to be fair,
a shift.
I don't think that even the shift that happens in the book isn't a great shift.
No,
it's a 1% shift.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she fundamentally is in a bad relationship until it's a real relationship, right? Like, she's in a forbidden love relationship, and then she turns 18 and she graduates, and then he goes and he divorces his wife, right? And exactly what you guys think happens.
Yeah.
He divorces his wife. She's over 18 and not going to college, and they just want to be together.
He's not rich.
He's not, and they end up hating each other.
Yep.
The same thing that they like about each other. It's like 500 Days of Summer.
I knew you were gonna go there.
It's exactly like 500. They hate each other for the same fucking reasons.
They thought they loved them.
And it's just like, could it just be the ups and downs of the relationship? Sure. But it's also like, for her, it would never be that. For her, it's going to be like, I'm too young. I got into this too young. I didn't know what I was doing. I had no control. And I have all this control. I need to leave you behind. It's not going to be like this huge come to Jesus moment. Like, oh, we're in this huge up and down relationship. Things happen. Like, for him, it will be. Because he was married and had kids. And so he understands that relationships ebb and flow. The like and love kind of go up and down. But for her, no. Things burn very bright and fast when you're young. So earlier we were talking about this, but that understanding comes with time.
Yeah.
So it was never going to work. It was always going to crash and burn because they had they're fundamentally in different parts of their life. Whereas she feels like she has so much life to live, and he's an anchor to that, to her being able to live that life.
Mm-hmm.
For him, he's like, I've already lived so much of this life. And although he does feel free with her, it's one of the things he talks about. Was like, man, ever since I've been with you, I feel like I can do so much, and I feel so creative and all this shit. Because he didn't feel bogged down by all the baggage he had from his old life, right? You're not equally yoked.
No.
And you guys are not going to find a level playing field here. This was destined to you were destined to lose in this.
Yeah.
And they deserve to lose. And how they let that happen. I will say that, guys. I was not frustrated or mad at all about how the book ended, because, to be fair, it should have never been. It never began.
I mean, apart from, there's no villain, but there is of that situation, I feel like Waldo's the one that left it, not unscathed, obviously, but has now the rest of her life to, starting now, I'm going to do, where Corgi, this is not pity, by the way. This is not me being like, poor Corgi. Nah, bro. You deserve every ounce of what you're going through. Just to be clear.
Right.
Just for any clarification. Don't clip me. But yeah, because now by the end of the book, she's leaving, and she's leaving everything behind.
Left them at the airport.
Yeah. Go on your trip.
Go on your trip to Hawaii and shit.
Thing. Yeah.
I'm out of here.
And then leaves mom too. She just goes and does her own thing.
Yeah, because the mom goes to the same.
Yeah.
She goes to the same loop.
They don't do the trip that they were supposed to. And
so she's like, fuck it, I'll take it by myself. And so that's her 1% growth into becoming the better person she wants to be. That she doesn't view her mom as, her mom laid that road for her.
Yeah.
She just wants to make better choices.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
to beat a dead horse, I mean, I guess even afterwards, you're going fast. You gallop and you're like, Huda.
Oh.
But if the cat, I almost said the fucking the cat. If the
Earl-
horse is dead,
Yes.
there's no reason you should beat it. And it comes from an oldie. Like, it came from England. I figured I read some books and Googled it.
Oh, there we go. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
We were all wondering.
Yeah, I know.
So let's go through wrap-ups and recommendations here. Who this book for? To be fair, I wouldn't recommend this book to anyone, but that's just me. No flack. I do think that it's well written. I do want to say that. I think the book is very, very well written.
You know what I would say about that, though?
Yes.
For me, is I was a pre-pubescent boy at one point. Until last year, guys. But so I know what my mind and what other like boys and all that growing up, what hormones made you think,
Yes.
do, and all those things.
Yes.
So I'm just saying, as someone who enjoys the study of people and understanding others, this is a ride. This is hearing.
It's not boring at all.
No, not at all.
Not boring. It's a good read. Well, so not boring.
I'm just saying, to be able to go into the mind of a 17-year-old girl who's going through what she's gone through and hearing her side of why she ticks the way she ticks, it's an interesting study.
I just want you to know, though, just as devil's advocate, same book, half his age.
Yeah.
The guy is 60 and she's 30.
Yeah.
It'd have been just as interesting.
Oh, yeah.
just wanna say that.
I was worried that you were going to go the other thing.
No. No.
No, it's just because there's the whole thing where like, oh, if it's a female teacher, which has happened so many times in the news, and a young boy, it gets fantasized. Whereas then you switch it, and it's like, and then you do the whole Twilight thing where like older women were like lining up to see these two 17-year-old boys playing Edward and Jacob, and you're like, how's that okay?
Yeah.
Guys, that's not what we're here to talk about, but Team Edward. Yeah, so for whoever this is for, you figure it out. Who might hate it? Ooh, why did we even put that?
Yeah, who wrote that?
Probably those who thump on religious text. And
yes, if you're highly religious, this book you probably, hey man, actually I don't know. No, actually I can't say that.
Yeah, you don't know. You still, I guess.
They can still be into this.
Yeah, because they'd be like, the fruits. These are the fruits you sow.
Yeah,
But
like
they'd have to get through a lot of stuff.
If you like forbidden love stories, you'll like it. If you don't like forbidden love stories, you would not like this book.
There's plenty of forbidden and all types of forbidden love in the Bible, so check it out.
That's true. It's fucking fun.
One thing it does that most books avoid: putting you in an uncomfortable situation. There are other books I've read that are similar to it, but they're few and far between, but they're not typically in my TBR.
Right.
So I will say that it does.
Yeah. You live in the shoes of both Waldo and Teddy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you get uncomfortable from both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Absolutely.
On one side, you've been 17, you've had hormones, you get it, and on the other side, it's like, this is wrong.
Yeah.
Uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
All in all, Miss McCurdy wrote a good book.
Yeah, you did.
I do see why it was so hyped. Like a lot of people are reviewing and reading this book. It's written well. I will say that.
It is.
If you guys can get over the forbidden love story, it is written very well and it's not very long, so you'll get through it fairly quickly. So,
could you imagine writing a line of like, I mean, for you, so say Flatland with the whole math thing.
yes.
I'm not dogging on it. I'm not dogging on it. No, I'm saying if in a book you're like, oh, this student was so mathematically ahead of so many other, but you as the writer can't write that, like don't know how to write it. In this case, she had the thing of Waldo has to be a great writer, and you have to have these excerpts of her writing.
That's true.
And she does a great job of that.
Yes.
Because her writing is super intriguing.
She has really good writing.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
But you see, I would see the conundrum of someone being like, oh, I'll write this excerpt and not think twice about it. And it sucks. I mean, that's how you know your book sucks too, dude. But yeah, that was just a last thought.
No, that's a good thought. I like it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Half His Age, guys. Check it out. It's everywhere.
It is.
You can literally find it anywhere.
Did you want to see or show them what the book looks like? The cover? Oh.
Here.
I thought you were gonna do it.
I'm not
Do
doing
what's
it.
on the cover. So when I saw your hand go up, I was like, I was joking, my guy.
No.
Okay. Anyway,
I
that's
don't want to see that.
Yeah. And you'll get it if you guys are watching. Why I said that. Anything else? Anything coming up?
Thanks for checking in. LA Times Book Festival.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna tell them.
LA Times Book Festival, guys. Check. You will see us there. We have some cool interviews happening. We will be on site. Okay, It's happening this year in April.
Yeah.
April 18th, 19th, something like this. And
19th, yes.
And
USC.
There will be hundreds and hundreds of people there. So it's the biggest book event in LA.
Yeah. So if you guys want to come up, take a picture,
Let us know.
let us know. If you want to come up and you want us to take a picture for you,
yeah, whatever
of you and someone else, we get that.
Yeah,
It'd make more sense.
Everyone's gonna be there, guys.
Yeah,
everyone. There's lots of actors, writers, publishers, etc. I can't wait to meet Larry David.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for checking in for another episode. We will see you guys
next week.
Next week.
All right. Peace.